Good morning, YouTube. How you guys doing this morning? Strange life. Got a lot on the brain. Turned 62 yesterday. Took 2 phone calls. Very powerful phone calls. One was from the veterinarian saying little Kimba's ashes were ready, and the other one was from Dave Dog. Strange how the universe works. I'm gonna try to get through this without getting too boo-hooey, but been through a lot of life changes recently. How should I start? At the beginning, dummy. So as a kid, I seen a lot, been through a lot. My mom's struggles, my struggles, my brother's struggles, and seen a lot of injustice in the world. Something me and Dave Dog talked about, how I've always had a real problem with injustice and felt justified in reacting to the injustice in the world. And to be quite honest, it was a great way for me to release my anger, you know. And I've said it many times that I've leaned on my anger to deal with my sadness. And that's just trading one demon for another. It was a huge mistake. And I've learned that. There has been many things in my life that have been unjust. And I really struggle maintaining my composure at times like that. Like my milkshake story, being in junior high school. Some kid handing another kid a chocolate milk who had cerebral palsy and say, "Hold this and make me a milkshake," and me slapping that kid. And then the principal telling me, "You did the right thing, but you did it the wrong way." And he was right. I tried to be a cop because it's my nature to stick up for the weak. But my reading kept me from being a cop, and that's a good thing. Because as angry as I am, I would have made a lousy cop. Since my dogs died, spent a lot of time reflecting on life. Trying to make sense of it all. Why? Why? Trying to do the right thing. Why me, you know? The universe, God, has his way of learning you. Something I've been leaning on lately is watching near-death experience videos. People who die and come back and tell their story. Many of those stories have a life review. The good, the bad, the ugly. What you got right and what you got wrong. And in many of those stories, God gives this individual a choice to stay or to come back. Most want to stay because it feels so good to be home, surrounded by love. But God's quick to check them and tell them, hey, look, your wife, your kids, look at what they're going through because they lost you. And quickly people realize, oh shit, I gotta go back. I can't let them be in such pain. I've been doing my own life review. Things I got right, the things I got wrong. And what I got wrong most of all was rubbing off my anger on the ones I love. I felt justified because of my childhood. The world broke me and made me this angry and sad person, so too bad for you. And I had it all wrong. I dealt with it all wrong. Way wrong. Because in my mind's eye, I can see what I did to the ones I love. My dogs and my family and my friends. Being angry and thinking I was justified in my behavior. And I hurt a lot of people. Words cut like a knife. Just like me carrying a knife because of what I heard as a kid in a foster home from a foster brother who had been hurt, and I said nobody was ever going to hurt me kind of thing. So I lived in fear. Fear of the boogeyman coming to get me. Because I seen the boogeyman many times. And you ain't going to hurt me. You know what I'm saying? But living in fear and anger makes it worse. The universe, God, karma, will take care of what it needs to take care of. It's not my job. I see how much I got wrong and the damage it did. I just hope the dear Lord hears me and knows I'm not that same person anymore, and I get a chance to finish my purpose before my life review. Hopefully, me doing it in the here and now gives me that opportunity. But there's a part of me that's ready to go home. I talked about this with Dave Dog yesterday. You know, I saw my mom and my brother both try to send themselves home early. That's never been in me. And I was telling Dave that yesterday. I go, it'd be real easy for me to just go home, right? I was telling Dave how if I had a choice to come back from the other side or not, that there's nobody here that would be pulling me back, right? Look at all these people that are hurt and upset that you're not here no more. There's really nobody here. But the fact is, they are. It's always been the dogs. My connection to a dog. my destiny. I've known that for a long time. I just went about it in all the wrong ways. Looking for love in all the wrong places, you know what I'm saying? Thinking somehow somebody out on YouTube was gonna save the day from all my drama here in this town. And that's God's job. Not somebody wearing a white hat. It's not my job. And to be honest, it's a win-win. If I don't leave this place before I go home, I get to go home. But if I get to leave this place and finish what I started, like I said, it's a win-win. There is no downside. With my dogs dying, so did my anger. As strange as that sounds, I don't feel angry anymore. Not like I did. Even when, dropping something or breaking something. I recently broke a light fixture when I was, had a pair of pants trying to shake out some wrinkles, and it slapped a light fixture and broke it, and glass went all over the floor. And in the past, that would have got me real mad. And I laughed out loud because I knew in the past that would have got me angry, and I couldn't get angry. I would get angry over the smallest things. And I would express it outwardly and then rub that off. I said some really mean things out here because of my birthday last year and my birthday the year before, being here alone and not getting no love, no phone calls, etc. Dark night of the soul. Being isolated teaches you, forces you to reflect. Look inside. Quit looking outside. That's why I feel like this anger in me has changed. I want to say it's dead, but it's been with me so long, I find that hard to believe. But that's what it feels like. And the sadness forces me to reflect, find purpose, find an explanation for suffering. One of these near-death videos that I watched, this gentleman asked God, why the suffering? Why so many people suffer? And it's because you got to learn. Through that suffering, you get your purpose. See, I always had my purpose, but I wasn't ready for it because I was so angry. I would have continued to rub that off. Now I don't feel that way. I know how precious love is. Unconditional love from a dog. And how a dog does not deserve to ever hear you raise your voice because they don't understand. And the pain and the sadness I feel now because of my anger is my penance for what I rubbed off on my dogs and the people that were in my life. And the isolation is the consequences for my actions. I get that. Very much so. And whether I get to finish or not, this dog rescue, that's on God. I give it up to God. I got no fight left. I got to believe, I got to have faith that God's going to let me finish what I started. Or let me come home. Let this aneurysm rip and take me home. I hope there's something in this for you angry people out there. I'm not the only one. You just look at the condition of the world and the way kids act because they were hurt one way or another and they feel entitled to run amok because the world made them angry, right? Sideshows and whatnot. Kids these days have no respect. So I hope this reaches some youngster who's struggling and realizes being angry makes it worse. Acting a fool, you make your life worse, not better. Everything that's happened to me, I've made worse, not better. Otherwise, I wouldn't be sitting here all alone, reflecting on the things I got wrong. Cause and effect. So whether you believe in God or the universe or whatever, it's all the same. We're all the same. The good, the bad, the ugly. You're all gonna meet your maker one day, just like I will. And you're gonna have to go through your life review. I believe that deep in my soul. Especially now. God forgives, but he don't forget. Neither do I. I'm just man enough to admit how much I got wrong. And I keep praying that I get a chance to get it right. So on that note, love the ones that love you back. Do your very best with the rest. Don't get angry. Don't get even. Instead, do a kind act for a stranger. That's what God wants. People helping each other, not hurting each other. Whether you think it's justified or not, it's not your place. Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. I believe that. It took me 62 years to figure it out, but I believe that. So have a beautiful day, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.